The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. The more clearly we understand ourselves and our emotions, the more we become masters of ourselves and our world. God or nature is not separate from the world, but is rather the underlying unity of all things. Hatred is increased by being reciprocated, and can on the other hand be destroyed by love. All things excellent are difficult, as they are rare. I have striven not to laugh at human actions, not to weep at them, nor to hate them, but to understand them. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Freedom is not a reward or a decoration that is celebrated with champagne. It's a long-distance race, quite solitary and very exhausting. To determine the true value of a man, we must look at his motives. Peace is not an absence of war, it is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, confidence, justice. The end of the state is the good life. I have striven not to laugh at human actions, not to weep at them, nor to hate them, but to understand them. He who loves God cannot endeavor that God should love him in return. There is no hope unmingled with fear, and no fear unmingled with hope. Nothing in nature is by chance. Something appears to be chance only because of our lack of knowledge. The greater the understanding, the greater the love. He who lives according to the guidance of reason strives as much as possible to repay the hatred, anger, or contempt of others towards himself with love or generosity. The human mind cannot be absolutely destroyed with the body, but something of it remains which is eternal. The highest virtue that philosophy can teach is to subdue our passions. The desire arising from pity is not pity, but rather love or kindness. Fear cannot be without hope, nor hope without fear. In nature there is nothing contingent, but all things are determined by the necessity of the divine nature to exist and act in a certain manner. A free man thinks of nothing less than of death, and his wisdom is a meditation not of death but of life. Peace is not the absence of war, it is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, trust, and justice. The more we understand individual things, the more we understand God. The happiness of the mind consists in the enjoyment of knowledge, and this is the only good that can come out of material things. The more we understand our emotions, the more power we have over them. Nothing exists from whose nature some effect does not follow. There is no such thing as absolute free will. The will is always determined by the mind's understanding of what is good. I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to bewail, not to scorn human actions, but to understand them.